Hi, my name is Jason Sango,
And I'm Paul Mattison.
and we are students here at Instride. And
Well, you're a student.
I'm a student.
I'm just a walker.
He's just a walker. But we have been doing this since July of last year,
Right?
and it has taken that long for me to get where I feel like now I can speak to you about what has happened. So what happened, for starters, is I've got a lot of mobility back, and I attribute that a lot to Instride riding. Hippotherapy is really on point when it comes to being able to move, and also the different things that happen on a hippotherapy. Whereas it's hard to describe unless you get on the horse. But once you're on that horse, you're in a totally different world, and it comes as you're only there for 30 minutes, and it feels like you're there for 3 hours. Today is my first day in 3 weeks, so we were very concerned, I'll say, not knowing how I was going to act. And come to find out, I did pretty good. I was really pleased with the horse. The horse felt different. It really did. You got under it, you walked, it just felt like there was finally something there. And my right leg, is where all my problems are. My whole right side's been paralyzed, but it's slowly coming back. And I would say that today, out of all things that could happen, it came back really strong. So just so you see, I'm not faking. I got hand movement. This is a little bit, it's a little bit rough still, but it's going. And we got some out of it.
Well, it's been amazing to watch you go through the process, and I think that every week I saw a little difference. And when you're doing it day in and day out, I don't know if you notice the progress as much as when you see somebody once a week and you see the difference from 1 week to the next. And 1 week I showed up and said, there's no more hesitation in your speech. You're not getting hung up on simple words anymore. So it triggers certainly your legs and your arms and all your muscles and your movements that happen, but it also triggers everything else. It's all related. And I know when you get off that horse and you complain about being sore and achy and in pain, I think that's a good thing, because before you started doing this, you didn't feel anything in those areas.
Yeah.
So to start to have all those feelings come back and get that mobility back, and also just get that mindset back, get the confidence back in doing what you're doing, and getting to the point where I see you rapidly heading back into where your life was, and getting back to work and doing all those things that involve your mind and your brain, and your work is certainly more mindful than physical, what you do. So to see that ability come back just excites me, and what hypnotherapy has done for you, I think, has been just amazing. I think it's been well worth it. It's been a drive for you. Jason lives in North Tampa, so it takes him an hour and a half to get here.
The big thing about cooking, was and I got that by February, and then a couple weeks after that it was driving, and that was huge. But even today, I've taken 3 weeks off. I've been toying with the idea of coming back, and both Paul and others involved have a lot to say about, no, you gotta get back on that horse. You gotta come back, and really makes a difference. And whether you know it or not, understand that it does. So for that, I thank you. Yes. And it's really been a good trip. So Paul played the role of he knows how to push, but not be an antagonist. It's just a matter of push enough. We know that you care. We know you're thinking of the best. We're not worried about the money. We'll figure that out, whatever. But not being an overbearing person that, he's been with me through this since July. I don't know, but probably a lot of people's friendship end over something like this. Like, you're pushing too hard, and you don't understand. I'm sore, and so it's a delicate balance that he's got to try and figure out. I don't even know until I get on the horse what it's going to be. And I've had really, really good days on that horse. And I've had a couple that were not too good. The therapist is incredible. Pat is really just incredible from the standpoint of she's always watching, even when she's not watching. How you respond to the horse, and then she's going to really guide that day to be that whatever you're showing strength or weakness doing. So I've done days where she's like, you know what, you're too tight, we're just going to ride today. And then other days she will work your tail off, and you get off and you're like, oh, now I got to drive home. While I don't understand everything she's doing, I know that for the ultimate, it's for my good.
And I think the other thing with Pat too is, after the ride is over, she would always give you some kind of tips and something to do for the week while we're gone. Like, work on this week, work on this week, and when you come back next week, we'll apply some of that stuff too. So it really goes beyond what happens in that corral and on that horse. It's your everyday life too. She's sending you off and getting you doing other things too that you bring back here. So she's been great. She really has.